Hi everyone, welcome to the open collaboration called Let's Make Together 2025, hosted by Tammy and Carol, and I will link their channels in either the title or the very top of the description box, depending on how much room I have in the title. So last week, Monday, I shared this bonus page in my Strawberry Bliss little book, which I have finished. There are 3 more days you haven't seen of the actual Strawberry Bliss collab, and they will be shown on the 31st. But I'm going to continue to work in here until I get these pages finished. So I hope you'll keep coming back for that. And on Monday, we used this, and I was going to try and use this over here, but I'm going to break it up a little bit. I really love this background here. Um, they don't tell you what kind of flower it is, but it's Bow Bunny, and I got it Tuesday morning ages ago. So we're going to use that probably for the following page. But I was looking through my scraps from this Recollections old paper pad butterfly blooms, the scraps I have left in here, and I don't know. This was a 2018 paper pad, it looks like, so that's probably about when I got it. Um, so this is one of those 12-inch sheets, that you never know what to do with, and it said, "Think happy thoughts." But I couldn't fit thoughts on my little book here, so I just cut it at think and happy. And I was originally going to have a side tuck or something on here, but I'm going with another pocket. And this is just a cut apart. We're going to ink all this stuff. And then I have, and this was on that same page and up here somewhere. I just fussy cut it out, and we're going to glue that down up here. And, I think I want to do some stuff with the background first though, and I was thinking of some stenciling, and also I found this washi, leave a little sparkle wherever you go, and I think I want that at the very top, and because the butterfly is very sparkly and so are these words, so I thought that would be fun. And I also might put this or this. I actually think I don't know. Yeah, I think I like this one better. That one's a little bit darker mint. Let's actually go ahead and do that. We're going to put it on both edges, here and here. And I am going to, this one actually is coming up just a little, and I even had put glue stick down, but it's hard to get in that crevice, right? So let's just do this. I'll wait and do that part when we get that far. And let's put it down. And we'll have the arrows going downward. It's hard to tell if I'm getting it on. It looks crooked, doesn't it? Yeah, let's get it straight with the line and not worry about the... This is Deb, everyone, if you're not familiar with me. It's really hard for me to get anything straight. I don't know what it is. My eyes must be crooked or something. I don't know. I'm all right with leaving some room in there because it just does not look right to me. Does that look straight? That looks pretty straight, right? I think. I'll bet it doesn't take anyone else this long to... It looks really crooked over here, but it looks straighter against the line, so I'm going to go with that. All right, now I have this handy dandy little metal ruler, which I forgot to show in my haul. Which haul was it? Hobby Lobby, I think. It was only $1.27 at Hobby Lobby, and I think it was in the art department. Actually, this one is not the best for tearing. I have another metal ruler, but it's really long and it doesn't fit on camera good. The problem is this one has cork on the back. Maybe if I turn it this way. Yeah, there we go. Upside down is the key. This has some vintage photo or something rubbed off on it already, which we're going to do anyway. Oh, I didn't do the other side, did I? Well, let's put it on the other side too. I went ahead and glued together 3 sets of pages because I wasn't sure how much I'd get done today, and now I just put too much glue there. So we'll go all the way to the edge on this one, and we'll see what we do after that. Oh, now my phone is going to start binging. Of course. That does help it stick. That is for sure. Okay, little ruler. How can I lose things that quick? Okay, here it is. Yeah, I don't know if you're like that. You put things where they should be and you can't even see them. Yeah. Okay. Now I got that sticky. You know what? We'll just go ahead and put more. Because why not? I don't know if I'll like it or not. So I should at least try and line it up though, huh? There we go. Is that pretty good? Yeah. Almost pretty good. Oh my goodness. One sec. Alright, I'm gonna have to use scissors to trim that in because I didn't leave enough of a tail. Let me close my glue stick up. Now let me just see something. That'll be alright, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright, let me get scissors and cut this little edgy edge over here. That adds a little gold to the page too. I don't know if I will stencil now. I will edge this momentarily. And we will edge this and this. Now I have all these scraps I'm not going to use, and cut apart, some of the cut aparts. I'm not going to use those today. They might be for future pages. Oh, the next thing is let's go ahead and put this down, and I just want one set of it. I'm sorry, my phone is going to start binging because someone's doing a live and people are commenting, and I'm getting all these bings now. And we'll put this across here. Let me stand up so I can maybe try and get it lined up with that line a little bit. Yeah, pretty good, right? And I should have kept that little ruler here. Let's just cut it a little bit short up there so that it's centered. There we go, sort of centered. All right, now let's do some distressing. Because, yeah, we like to do distressing, don't we? I don't always. Sometimes, especially with these light colors, I normally would cut that, but I'm not going to this time. I just thought the colors went well with this one, which is a slightly different color than the background I used on the previous page. And I really got the happy kind of a little low here. Oh well, it's all good. It's all good. And look, and I even, this is glue stick bubbling, and I even used this thing to go like this before I did that, but oh well. Let's go around the edges of the page. And I might have to use a little glue on that one. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a pain. I'm going to put you on pause. Okay guys, so all I did, I think we finished with that. I glued this down. I inked around the paper. I inked around this. I think you saw me. I did get this ready with double-sided tape, and that's going to go here. And I did edge around this, which I'm going to leave as is for a journaling card. And I was automatically thinking to put tape here. They're not even cut even, but you know, I don't care. Anyway, and then I could even leave one side open, but I am not going to on this one. I also brought out, I have some of this from Paper Studio, this what do they call this stuff? Well, I don't know if they still sell it. It was 40% off, chiffon ribbon. And it had a bright pink, which I finished, but I have another pack, so I'd like to use this one up, and I thought the color would go all right. I don't know what I'll use it for. I was originally thinking of scrunching it and sewing it down the side of the page, but not on this page. It won't work now. Yeah. So maybe the next one or the next one, but I got it out to use. And also, now let me see. Should we bring that? No, we'll go over a little bit there. To about there, right? There. Okay, and that's down the bottom and there. And then we have this that'll go in. It will cover up the butterfly a little till you take the cards out. Now, I'm going to move this aside. I have these scraps here from that same paper pad and a couple little pieces here. Now, I do have some other cut-aparts, and I thought we'd kind of play around and do some, just make some little taggy things. So let's move this out of the way temporarily, and let's do this. And I brought my corner rounder because these, well, I have this scrap of that milk chocolate too, and I thought that would bring that in. I think we'll use that on here. And originally, I think we'll just do something like that. I don't think I'll round this one, but we will, of course, ink it. And it'll just be a little thing, journaling spot, and maybe this one will put some of the... Now, I also I have just this much pink tulle left, and I think maybe we'll use tulle on this one. I would really like to finish it and get that, well, I can get the spool out of my room anyway, but this was, I think, off the same paper as the big words, and I just cut it down into pieces. I have some other pieces left, and then the other two pieces were scraps from some other time before. Alright, this doesn't need to be inked, so we're just gonna glue this down. Normally I would texture it, but or stamp on it or something. I don't know. And then this will just, which way does this go? Does it matter? Which way do I like it better? This way, I think. Now, trying to decide. I might look for a little flower or two. Yes, let me do that. I'll be right back. Okay, I have these little Prima flowers. Do you guys know, is Prima still, are they still making stuff? Because I haven't seen much lately, but I honestly haven't been paying much attention. But I love their little flowers and stuff. Let me just get a bunch of these out, because maybe we'll use some on the next ones too. Who knows? Uh-oh, I got that one stuck. Okay, you guys get back in there. I think I like the brighter, a little bit brighter pink. Well, I like them all. Clusters of 3, right? Okay. And I'm just going to use a little dab of this glue to put them down. If that one goes there, this one has to be in a little further. I usually would use a glue dot, but I'm not going to today. Oops, oops, oops. I should have put this one down. And that also adds a little bit of bling there. Should I put one over here? No, I think I'm just going to leave it at the 3, and I'll save the other ones for another thing. Now, I do want to put a hole, and I think what I say I'm going to use some of this tulle. So let me get my fabric scissors and just cut a little bit, which of course, you know, I don't cut straight, but you know. And that'll also be sparkly, given the, oh wow, that's really bad. Really cut bad. I'm sorry if it's glaring. It's so dreary here yesterday and today, although today I think we're getting a brief pause in the rain before the next couple days. But it's cloudy and humid and ick. Oh, I had such an exciting thing happen yesterday. It was nerve-wracking. I was home alone, and my smoke detector slash carbon monoxide thing, one of them, went off full bore about an hour after my son left for work. Oh my gosh, I didn't know what to do. There was no smoke, so it wasn't that, but it was also a carbon monoxide detector. Now this was in between where my kitchen is and our bedrooms are, and outside the bathroom door. So I thought, well, maybe, you know, my son had gotten a shower like an hour and a half before. Would it be from the moisture? I don't know. I was in a panic. So I opened my kitchen door and let air in, but I couldn't get it off. It didn't have like a button to push it off. And I'm standing up on a stool trying to get this thing to shut off. I finally took it off the ceiling, got a hammer out of my tool bag, took it out on my sidewalk and hammered it till it broke. I didn't know what to do. And the back of it said, if this goes off, do not go in the house. You know, go out, call 911, have the house checked, blah, blah, blah. How am I gonna attach? We have a fan in the bathroom, so I turned that on with the door open and the kitchen door open. And I thought, well, whatever it was, it's aired out, but I wasn't cooking. And the only appliance running was my washing machine, not even the dryer, and that was down in the basement. So I really don't know. I think maybe it was just defective or something. Now I have close to that area, I have another one, but that one's attached to my security system and that was not going off. And I have 2 in the basement and 2 up here. Uh, one each that we installed and one that I have a security system because of some event that happened last year with one of my neighbors, which I'm not going to go into today. Things have quieted for now, thankfully. Anyway, yeah, I may have to do some stamping on here too, but I'm not prepared to do that. So I did get it to shut off. Took me like an hour and a half or more for my little heart rate to go down, but you know, because I was in a panic mode. Anyway, yeah, that was my excitement yesterday that I didn't really need. Now, I did message my daughter and said, guess what just happened? I didn't want to message my son because he was at work already. Well, she was working too, but she was working from home. Anyway, she said they had the same thing happen at their house up near their bedrooms one year, and they could not get it to shut off and had to do the same thing, take it outside and hammer it to get it to shut off. And I guess they also So I don't know if it's the brand, but it's supposed to be one of those 10-year life, and we just installed them like April of 2024, so no way. And I don't, I do have my oil burner running because it's been chilly, but today it'll be off again. And I didn't think it was that. I have it serviced every year, and it's a newish machine, furnace. So, and it's oil hot air is what I have. Anyway, too much information. Sorry. All right, these I'm going to round the corners. And I have this little thing which sometimes works good and sometimes doesn't. I got it off Amazon a while back, and I don't remember what store. If you just look for corner rounders, you can find them. Well, I think you can. I'm just going to do the points or the 7 millimeter. I usually like, see, this is what happens. Sometimes they don't do real good. It could be, it's probably user error. I just don't get it in there exactly right. It seems to be doing pretty good. And going down easy too. I don't know what size these are. These were scraps previously from that paper pad, as was the page. I got the Think Happy. I used another part of it, I think, and I found, I believe this, nope, not that one. There was another one in here that was from the same, oh, it was this, because it has the dots on it. I think this was off the same page that the Think Happy Thoughts was on. And now we can decorate these too. I don't know how I want to do that, but I pulled out these little things here, and maybe we'll put some, oh, let's put some of this down on one with, maybe, I think on this one, actually, I want to, like down the side, and I'm just going to use Fabri-Tac. You could sew it on. It's just crinkly, sorry. It's just this, what did I call it? Glitter, chiffon ribbon. I think I'm just going to soften this a little bit. Put this here. Oh, wait, I didn't ink them. I didn't ink them yet. Ugh. Dab, 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 dab. Oh, my goodness. I hope you're all having a great week. And, yeah, crafting, and I really need to take a day or 5 and organize my craft room. But I keep thinking about stuff I have to do besides, crafty stuff and beading stuff, because I do beading too. And I really have to pay more attention to that. And then I keep signing up for more collabs, and I really don't have time to do that. But it's so much fun, and I have so much product I want to use in my lifetime. So how am I going to do it if I don't do some of these collabs? I don't know. All right, so this one we're going to use ribbon. Maybe this one we'll use some washi. Yeah, I think so. Maybe this one that we used on that previous page to tie it in will go on this one. We'll see. Let's finish this one first. All right, I don't think I want the butterfly. I'm not sure I actually want to use that butterfly today. I'll use it. I love butterflies, but the other butterfly is pink and glittery. Let me, ribbon, scissors. I don't want it to go all the way down, so let's just cut it about here. You know what? I think I'm going to use my pinking shears. These were my mother's, I believe. They're not, yeah, they're not going to work on this. Oh, maybe they will. Well, it's all right, right? Eh. Yeah, they're not the best. They're heavy, but this stuff is real thin. Ugh. Okay, let me put them away. I'll clean them up a little bit later. I have to do something about this mat too. All right, let me get my Fabri-Tac. Let's round the corners on this too. I guess I'll use the same little thing. Yeah, hopefully that won't cut those flowers. Nope, perfect. Perfect, except now I'm going to have to ink it a little bit again. Okay, just going to use what's on the brush. And we could look for some words to put on here too. Okay, Fabri-Tac, Deb. My Fabri-Tac, I have another bottle, but this one is getting low, but I'm going to use it anyway. And this is what happens. Let me wipe that off camera. There we go. And we'll just put a strip or two down here. I think it should be fine. Okay. Where's my little finger thingy so I don't get myself all gooped up? Okay, give that a second. Wipe that off before I put the cap on. Boom. Okay. And now we'll put this down. Has to go this way, right? You know what? Because I have fabric there, I should glue that down with Fabri-Tac too. Oy. This is called a winging it show today, so I hope you are okay with that. So what are you all up to? Tell me in the comments what you're working on. Today's Thursday, the 29th of May. Can you believe it? I'm going to put this, put it here. Okay. And I have 2 videos today. I started to say this one, and I have to do something still for Deck the Year. I didn't yesterday. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry. I meant to get up here and do this yesterday on Wednesday. I just could not. There, cute little journaling card. And we have our little tag thing, and this will be another journaling card. And I do think, do we have another cut apart or something I can, oh, I can make a tag within a tag. No. I have this little scrap. Yeah, we'll have like a little flip up on this card. Let's corner around and distress this too. I like my corners rounded sometimes. Other times, like this one, I just didn't want to. Oh well. Do you round your corners most of the time or not, or sometimes, or if you feel like it? Oops, see, that one didn't go good. There we go. I could find a little twine or something to put on there if I so choose. Actually, we have these little flowers. We'll just put a little row across. And then it'll coordinate with the other one. Oop, a gemmy came off one. Let's go ahead and put them on. And I might just get a little word or something to put on there. Or something. The or something part, I don't know. That one doesn't want to stay. This time, yeah, we'll put these 2 down. There's 3 different colors, a very pale one. Oh, there's a loose gem. Some of the gems come off. That's why it's not sticking. There is a gem or something. All right, I need a different flower. That one just tore. Okay, now we'll have two colors. Oh, that was the gem on that one. Shoot. You know what? Here's a spare little gem. Can tell it's going to be one of those weeks. Where'd it go? I have one of those picker-uppy things, but honestly, my fingers seem to work just as well. How about you? Not always. My fingers don't always work well because my fingers are a little bit arthritic. And they have been hurting this week, I think because of the damp, rainy weather. But we live. It's okay. We're doing... Ugh. Come back here. You're not supposed to be up there. You're supposed to be over here. That glue will take a minute to dry, I guess. Let me use the end of this because my fingers are now sticky. I think I just pulled off another one, didn't I? Well, that one has a sequin center. Oh no. It had a gemmy. This is ridiculous. All right, I have a picker-upper because my fingers are too sticky to handle this. I have to flip it over first. And I'm probably not on screen. There we go. And that goes right there. It's like the backing came off. They wouldn't even really need it, but I like the jammies on there. I have a piece of that chiffon ribbon stuck on me. Okay, give that a second to dry while we put the washi on here. Okay. Let's just go down the edge. Kind of do it in the same design. Because why not, right? All right. And then we'll glue this down onto here, sort of like that maybe. Or should I do it straight? See, my analytical brain says straight. My creative brain says sideways. But I think going in and out of pockets would be better straight. I'm doing straight. Sorry, guys. So now you have like a little hidden writing spot as well as a journal. And maybe I need like a little clip on there that'll hold it closed or something. I don't know. I'll do that later. If I decide to do that. Probably not. So there's this needs something else. I feel like they all need something else. Is that too plain for you guys? Or would you do something else? Or would you let them go? All right, let me bring the book back. I think this page is about done. And I had planned on maybe doing a couple pages today, but I think this is taking too long. So I do like this too. This definitely needs something else, but I don't know what I want to do with it yet. That'll give me something to do as I'm working in the journal. I think I'm going to put this one in the front and these two in the back. And I had not planned on making both of these like journaling spots. Like I said, I had planned on doing something over along the edge, but I think I'm going to call that one finished. And let me think about the next page and if I decide to do that now or later. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, I think I know what I'm doing for this page. I'm going to do a belly band, and this is the packaging from that Bow Bunny pack. It was like this with this in the middle, and I cut it down, and these are going to be writing spots or whatever, and they're going to go out the side like this. After I cut them down, ink them up, and I was looking through my scraps, and I have this mint. It has a really tiny polka dot pattern. I can't, it wasn't long enough to put it up here, and same with this scrap. This is a little bigger polka dot, slightly darker green. So those are going to go like that, and this is going to go here, and I'll decorate it somehow and put maybe this on it. And I might put this on the back of here because that actually is a present, and this is as well, and that'll help make that sturdier. I don't know what I'll do with this. And then I guess this and this I'll use for another page, but I think I want to do some, and I have to cover the backs because this is what's on the back. So I just don't want to see that. I want to be able to use them for writing or just to be pretty, because I think the floral pattern on there is really pretty. I will be distressing them, of course, with the vintage photo. And I have to trim this one up a little better. This one I got pretty good. And I like the scallop edge on here, so once I glue this down and let it dry, I'm going to fussy cut them. So I'll come back and show you that. And I have to go look for some stencils and see what it is I want to stencil on here. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, everyone, sorry. I found these cookie stencils. Oops. Cookie stencils I had gotten. Oh, these were a gift from my friend Paige. She's not on YouTube anymore, unfortunately. But oops, I just bent that. I'm just going to use Distress Oxide and dab them, and I picked one over here. I don't know how this will work, but it'll be good because the book is not even anymore. And usually I'd use a smaller dauber or a brush. I think it'll be all right. It'll be good enough for what I'm just going to put it, because the belly band is going to go about there. I'm going to put one there, and over in this corner, around the bend we go. It's not gonna, oh, see, it already moved. See? I could tape it down, but I just don't feel like it. Because then I have to pull it back up and whatever. It'll be all right. Oh, that's beautiful. And I think I'll do them this way too. Same one. And then if we wanted to, we could put some circles in. I don't think I will, because the belly band's going to go in the middle. And we're going to edge around that. I just didn't want anything else dimensional, but I wanted something on the blank page here. And then you can still write over it if you want to. You know. I will wash that soon. It'll come off with soap and water. Let me move that out of the way. All right. Now, this is the belly band. I put paper on both sides. Got a little uneven, but I figure I can trim that later if I need to. Let's ink it up. And I think I want to do, well, I was going to put this love down. That's what I'll do. I'll just put that there. So we're using pieces up, and then I'll have one more page left I'll do with these, and I don't know if that'll, I guess I should just do that and finish it and get it off my desk and floor and everywhere that I've been keeping that. All right, and now I'm going to use double-sided tape at the top and bottom here. I don't know, maybe 2 strips. No, just one, because I want room. I'll put a little glue on as well on top the tape, just to be sure. Yeah, just to be sure we get it in there okay. And let's give that a good rub down. Sorry, I know that's glary. Let me move that out of the way for now. So this is probably watching paint dry. I try to pause it and do some stuff off camera, you know, at least prep work kind of thing, just to save the time. Is that sort of centered between them? Over a little more, huh? And up a little more there, Deb. Good enough. All right, so now that sticker, let's put that one on. That worked out good because it's vertical, see? Very dimensional chipboard sticker. It looks like there was a gem there that came off. I might have to find a pink. Or is that just a dot? I can't tell. I think there was a gem there. I don't know. Yeah, because see, like the cake has two. I'll have to find a pink gemmy. And then this, I have to trim this down before we edge it. And this a little bit. All right, let's just go ahead and these should be pretty dry. It's curling a little bit there. Or is that glue? I don't know. That's glue right there. I am not the best fuzzy cutter, obviously. And it's a little bit uneven here. Okay, let me get that off of there. And then let's cut this one down. And then this, I think I'm going to put on actually the back of this one. Because see, that one has some words sticking up. This one doesn't. All right, that one we cut down already. So this really isn't following the strawberry or bear theme. I will, after these 3 pages are done and I've used up some of these stickers, which was my intent, use this sticker pack up and some scraps out of that recollections pad, I might do a page or 2 back to strawberries. Just no prompts. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, so it might be a little while before I do that. Yeah. All right, let's ink these. I don't like this point right here. Let's round that a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Yep. I just inked my ink pad. Oh well. I don't know if I can get in there. There we go. Well, it's shiny on the top part. And I don't think I'll put anything on there. It's pretty as it is. And then we just have plain back here as well. I had to try and trim that up a little bit with it, maybe with a, I don't like that little point either. But it's a leaf. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I'm afraid that'll tear though, sticking out of the book, right? And these are shiny, so what I was starting to say is maybe that ink won't stay on, but we'll see. So these, let's put this on. See how it looks. Oh, they are pretty sticky. It's a different color green. But maybe we'll just put it like this. And that'll cover up those words. And thicken it up a little bit. And maybe keep them both from going through all the way. Well, one of them. I think That might be all I do. Oh, see now, but that's sticking out here. I don't like that. All right, maybe this way. There, that's better, right? No, it's still sticking out a bit. That's a little bit, but not too bad. It's all right. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little particular, aren't I? Oops. That one's a little curled up. Maybe I should put this one on top to help uncurl that a little bit. There. That's that page done. And then let me give this some thought. I think I just want to go ahead and do the third page and get these finished. All right, I'll be back in a minute. All right, everyone, we're going to just finish this. I have this little scrap. We're going to just do one corner around here and ink it. And I think we're just going to use these two. I need to find something to put in here. And I'm going to go ahead and use this washi down here again. And then I have a different washi and I think I'm going to do it in and also over that line. I didn't add glue this time. Upside down, upside down. Yeah, I'll have to cut that with scissors. I'm going to go over the line this time. And the reason I'm putting it over at the edge of the page is because these stickers are very dimensional. These. I'm going to have the wonderful up here, and the pocket is going to be a corner tuck down here with the cake on it, because this is right in the middle. So when I turn it over, it'll even out more, because this book is already getting pretty bulky. So I don't want it too much more. I don't want to add too much more bulk. And the next few pages I think are going to have to be no dimensional stickers. And then I was thinking, I don't know if I want to put this across now. I don't really like that with it. All right, we'll just do this because this is going to go over here. And this will have some pink or green twine, I guess. I don't think I have any more green. Let me corner around this corner right here. Yeah, and then let's ink that up. Let's see if there's enough ink on the thing. And I need to ink the page. And then I'll be done with that sticker sheet, including the packaging, which is flopping out. It's not very snug, is it? Maybe I should have put two double-sided strips. Oh, well. And plus, they're slippery. They are slippery. All right. Let me ink the page while I have my inky thing out, my sponge. Dauber thingy, whatever this is called. Dome sponge thingy. This one I just leave the sponge on. I have another one one or two that I change out the colors when I use different colors. But this one is always vintage photo because I use it the most. Yes, I do. I can never get in here good, but we're going to try our best. Okay. All right. Let's see. So this is going to go here. Let's get that down. And I'll use double-sided tape here and here again. I am a little bit dimensionally challenged, so I always have to check. And that's another reason I corner rounded, because that way I can tell where not to put the tape, just here and here. All right, and I always like to go like that to make sure it's down good, and I will not put glue because I don't think that did a whole lot for it. Well, if I can get it up off of here. All right. I don't know, maybe mint is out now, who knows, but I like this pink and mintish green together. And that I'm going to have to trim off on the other side as well. Yep, there we go. Okay, now let's just ink around these. And I'm not going to do anything to these. These were cut aparts, remember, from the pad. I'm going to round this one because the center thing is rounded. I don't think that one worked right. There we go. Much better. And now ink. Ink-a-dink-a-doo. Now this is single-sided paper, so it's perfect for journaling cards and stuff. And they're not very thick. I mean, they're probably like 65 pound or something. This one I need to find something to put in there, but we're going to go ahead and put this up here. Oop, I have something stuck to it. One of those little corners, probably was on my finger. Let me stand up and get it kind of straight. And that way, I'm going to leave this blank. You can actually, you know, if you wanted to, you could write here too, or whatever, put a picture, I don't know. And then this is going to go here. So pretty. Now let's see how that, yeah, see, because before it was like bulky in the middle, and now it kind of evened it out with something there and there. There's nothing here, but that's okay. And I think, should I put more of that? I did put some of those little flowers across here and here, and I did add a gem here because there was one missing. It's not the same kind of gem, but oh well. And I feel like I should have stenciled more on here in a different pattern, but all right, I'm going to find some twine or something for this. I'll be right back. Well, I didn't have any mint that I could find, so I'm going to use pink and white together. Pink matches pretty good. These were Stampin' Up! Blushing Bride, which I'm pretty sure they retired that color now. And white, again, I like that color. Not sure why they retired it, but you know, they do that. So I don't need to buy twine or a ribbon. I didn't measure that either. And I'm going to just double it up like that. Put it through. I think I did that backwards, yeah. Put it through this way. And pull the ends through, which got uneven. Hang on. Ugh. I maybe should have made them just a tad longer. Just because fumble fingers here probably could have gotten hold of them better. And then what we do is we snip these off and make them even. There. Now I feel like I should put some words on there or something, but I don't really know what I want to put there, so I'll leave it. And we'll just have that and this. There we go. There are three more bonus pages finished. I finished up the sticker pack from Bo Bunny, including the packaging. So we did this one today. Pretty simple. I feel like it needs something else, but I'm not going to put anything else. And just we made some journaling tags and things out of scraps and some ribbon and tulle and flowers and washi. Yeah. Lots of journaling on these two pages, that's for sure, right? I guess you could put a picture on, like, well, maybe not that one. Maybe not. Maybe this one. where it says nothing. Yeah, you could put a picture on there if you wanted to. But I thought that sticking out like that is cute. And then that goes there, and this can go back here. And then, and they do stick up a little bit, but that's okay. And then these two, which I don't know, should I put something over here to stop them? Like this has something on the end, but this one doesn't. Plus they slide up and down like this. I have to think about that. Let me know what I should do to stop them sliding. And should I put something on there? Because that looks kind of weird when you do it like that, right? Anyway, those are my bonus pages using that Bow Bunny sticker pack I wanted to use up, and I did, and I still have a piece of acetate, which if I clean it, I could use it for shakers or something. And I still have lots of scraps left. I could just put, like, glue that down. I'll think about that. I could glue that down. Center it maybe. Ooh, I think I like that. I'm going to glue that down. Will that make it hard to get these in and out? I don't think so. All right, let's just do it. I'm not going to edge around that one. Always something with me. And you know, you can always add to your pages as you use them, right? So we'll put that like about there so that it's centered with the wonderful a little bit. And then we'll put this in here and this in here. There we go. There. Done. Now that adds another little pop of color there. And then we're just missing something up here, and I don't know what I want there. I mean, it had these things. A bow would be cute. A little bow up there. All right, hang on. All right, so I had just, I think, just gotten these not long ago. And I think at Joann's in their clearance, and I had these from Paper Studio. However, I think I'm going to go with this color because it brings out some of the neutrals in here and over there. So let's just do that. And I need Fabri-Tac for this one, right? Just a little bow there. And actually I could, I don't know. Could put one of them on the other thing too, but I'm not going to. All right, just a little bow up here. Because I feel like it needs a little something. Come on, Fabri-Tac, work with me. I should have had it tilted. And I didn't. I stood it up. My bad. There it comes. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let go. Stop. Oop. Stop. Stop. Very dimensional pearl on there. I'm not sure I love that, but oops, it's okay. It might end up coming off. All right. Good enough, right? Good enough. Okay. It sort of looks lonely. Oh my, maybe I should have put it here. Oh well, that's my page. I'm sticking with it. Nothing is perfect with me, so, you know. So this was the first bonus page we did, and then we did this one today, and this one today. I could have put washi up here too. And this one today. Yeah, not bad. Let me know what you think, and that's all I have for today for hashtag Let's Make Together, hosted by Tammy and Carol. Thank you, ladies, for hosting this wonderful open collab. They are posting on Mondays and Thursdays, I believe. That's why I'm doing this on Thursday. And I will be back at some point today, later today, with hashtag Deck the Year. And that one's hosted by Penny's Crafty Creations. See you soon. Hugs, love, and peace.